C'est bon. Le live marche. Salut, bonjour à tous et à toutes. Bon, là, vous voyez un peu bugger. J'étais sur la verre. Ça m'avait mis une live, c'était un live. Je comprends rien. Bon, voilà, tout le monde s'en fout, mais c'est bon. On va live sur Mario Minecraft Alpha V 1.2.2 A, mais pas le A qui s'affiche, mais il y a un A. Avec les effets contrôle. Téléphone. Donc ça survit. Voilà. Il faut une formation tortue. Et là c'est bon.
Tu me déranges, ça va? Me dis sinon. Personne ne me fait peur ici, ok? À part peut-être lui. 1, 2, 3. Comment faire lacet?
J'espère que je vais reprendre ma récupérer.
Je fais juste mon lacet et après on reprend, ok?
C'est
Je sais, c'est très impressionnant. Les bombes, enfin,
donc je sais pas, ça peut prendre de nuit, je sais pas, ça peut prendre de nuit.
c'est un grand nom, ne faites jamais ça, ok, c'est non, c'est un grand nom, ne faites jamais ça, ok, attention, vous allez croire pour deviner ce qui se cache derrière moi. 1, 2, 3, et ça c'était que le début, gamin.
Tu peux avoir les dégâts, je pense. Plein de piques explosent. J'ai foutu de la lumière avant la porte. Plus de formation dessus. Minecraft. Donc on va foutre la musique la plus connue. Voilà. Donc voilà, on va foutre le jeu. Donc là il y a une grotte. Je crois que c'est dans le fond du point. Tiens, on va là. C'est vous, ça vous pète les oreilles, ça n'a rien à foutre. J'ai quel chat, il y a personne dans le chat. Attends. Ouais, le feuille. Bah, c'est le fait de la lampe que j'ai fait de l'arbre que j'ai fait pour la lampe. Comme ça, c'est plus graphique. Ah, donc ça, c'est notre musique. Non, on veut garder la musique du jeu. La musique de dans le jeu. Regardez la petite ambiance. Si vous avez pas vu qu'est-ce qu'il y a sur le côté, c'est juste un support. C'est... Oh putain. Les petites épées. Ah, c'est bon. J'ai pété. Et j'aurais venu en ce cas. Je crois. Je me retourne que je crève. On me dit le pseudo, je sais pas ce quoi. Enfin bref. Je vais voir si je peux faire une vie. Ma tête. Mais pas de putain de lit. Si vous dites-moi comment on fait. Parce que là, vraiment, je sais pas. Sinon, peut-être un petit code pour faire mes lignes. Un petit code. Un petit fichier, on chauffe. Les sticks. Faut que j'en ai plus de sticks. On va me faire une pioche. Oh putain, petit. Donc voilà, si vous voulez cacher un coffre, un four. Voilà, il fait ça avant. Bien, vous vous demandez, les pots de barre de bouffe. Voilà. Il y avait de la bouffe avant, mais ça enlève juste, ça se régénère. Voilà. Puis ça stackait pas. Voilà, il n'y avait pas de stack. Check in chat. Personne. Mais abonnez-vous. J'ai mis de la musique. Ouais, je sais. Un truc dans le jeu ici. Il y avait une musique, je pense à jouer. J'ai eu des sons. Dans mon petit frère, il appelle ce truc. Mais c'est pas. Un script, pardon. On peut exploser ça? En plus, je suis full torche. Oh fuck. Je parle de 500 billes, mais ça me fait flipper. C'est que j'ai rien compris. En bref, quand je l'ai vu, je me suis dit. Je n'avais absolument rien compris. Merde, c'est bon. Donc on va essayer d'aller buter une vache. Ah, c'est bon. Je pense qu'à un moment donné, ça va un peu glitcher, je pense. On voit qu'est-ce que c'est. Vraiment, c'est moi qui appuyais sur F sans trop s'en rendre compte. En fait, là, ça faisait une sorte de brouillard. Je me rappelle, quand j'ai commencé à jouer à Minecraft, c'était sur un Xbox 360. Il y avait des îles champignons, mais moi, les îles champignons, c'était... Je pouvais en trouver, genre... Je me rappelle, des fois, j'en trouvais, et c'était juste un champignon, là, c'était tranquille avec des... Je sais pas en quelle version ils ont pensé à être acheté, mais c'était pas pour moi. Ça, j'avais de la chance. Mais j'ai plus trop aujourd'hui, mais je dis comme j'ai plus trop aujourd'hui, c'est parce qu'il y a des trucs vraiment pour moi. What the fuck? On peut stocker ça là-dedans? Putain. Ton inventaire commence à être plein, mais c'est stocké là-dedans. Pourquoi je s'en fous de colorant? Ouais, bizarre. Je sais pas si mon jeu est un peu bugué. Mais bon. Donc sur cette partie, je suis mort une seule fois. Voilà. Pour l'instant, je suis décédé une fois. Au total. Putain, pourquoi le jeu? Je vais le faire buter. Je sais plus trop pourquoi je me suis buté. Ah oui, pour un araignée. Et en fait, on joue sur Xbox 360. On est sur Xbox 360. Je checker le chat. En fait, ce qui est arrivé. En fait, ben. Ce qu'il y avait, c'était que. Là. Ben. Là, ça arrive, c'est que. Dernière fois que j'ai joué sur Xbox 360, ça fait. Xbox 360, ça fait pas très très longtemps. Je sais plus ça fait combien de jours, mais. Je sais pas trop c'était quand, mais je sais que ça fait pas longtemps. Et ben. Quand je me suis. La dernière fois que j'ai joué, les dernières fois que j'ai joué, des fois ça buguait puis ça m'amenait dans des petites versions. Et là, je me suis rendu compte que quand j'ai commencé à jouer à Minecraft sur Xbox 360, j'étais, je pense, sur la première version qui avait le créatif. Ces versions d'avant, il y avait pas de créatif. Quand ça buguait, ça m'amenait dans la version juste avant. Puis aucun créatif. Quit and save. Stay. On va aller sur une version. On va essayer d'aller dans une version avec. J'espère. Tu vois les échanges. On va essayer d'aller dans le stage. Xbox 360. Donc, là, je prends de la... Je vais aller pisser. Donc c'est toujours. Je vais vous mettre sur une recherche web. Mais c'est de la merde. Version. Sinon, en 2010, quand j'avais 3 ans, je jouais pas. 4 ans. Il me semble en 4 ans. Bah, je sais. Donc. Ok. C'est 2013. Je veux absolument savoir qui a fait ça. Minecraft.
Hello, I'm the Toy Cat, and welcome back to the video. Today we're going back to TU11 for Minecraft Xbox 360, because the game is over 4.5 years old now, and it's added more than 40 updates worth of content, mostly just improving the game and taking it from what used to be TU1, you know, this massively unrecognizable game, to what we have today, something that I think most people can agree is just objectively better. However, every now and then a channel up, and let's say you do like seeing older Minecraft updates, because here, delete your title update or move it to a different device and unplug it, which is what I've done. I've just unplugged my hard drive. Either, you know, remove your title update, but also you want to remove your skin pack files because they can cause crashes. I had so many crashes when I had all my texture packs, DLC, etc. So remove your DLC, remove all of that, and just leave yourself with the disc version of Minecraft. That's right. If you want to go back to the first update you played, you just delete your title update. If you want to go back to TU11, you need to get a disc version of Minecraft because the disc version of Minecraft didn't release till a year after, you know, the main version of Minecraft, which means that if you know, you did want to go back and play this version, all you need to do is find a disc version because it launched with TU11, because then you don't update it and boom, you've got TU11 forever, which is pretty cool if you ask me. So yeah, what changed from TU1 to TU11, just as a quick little heads up, so many different things, so many, you know, key parts of Minecraft that we know and love have been added since then. A bunch of the blocks you might know, there's a bunch of the you know, stuff like that you might know. However, there's you know, at the Ender Dragon fight, sprinting, look, we can sprint now, but there's also a lot of changes which haven't been implemented that you might expect from modern day Minecraft. So for instance, just as a small couple of things right here, as you can see, we've got the steak in our inventory, which has the old steak texture, so, you know, it's a little bit more cooked. I guess Notch maybe changed his opinions on whether we like cooked steaks or whatnot, because this is the old texture for steak, where, again, it's got more of a black outline, you can see it a bit more there, and also the fact that if we throw the steak on the ground, you might be able to see that it doesn't spin around. That's right, none of the items span. It was actually one of the big kind of upgrades they made to the game, you know, to make it run a bit better, where they made 3D items a thing, and all items would spin. At this point, you can just drop an item in the ground, and it exists there, and it follow you around, which is really creepy when you think about it, because it's a 2D item, but the 2D item always faces you. But yeah, that's kind of how these things existed. So yeah, that's how items existed, and it was a little bit bizarre. But yeah, let's talk about this tutorial world we're in right now, rather than just tiny things. We can get back to those later, because there's so many that I can get nostalgic about. But let's talk about this world, and let's talk about why this doesn't exist anymore. Why can't you explore the old miner's shelter and this little enclosed area at first, at least not to my understanding? The basic reason for that is that they've changed the tutorial world so much, and every now and then they just decide to wipe it from, you know, and start building from scratch. And generally speaking, you get a better tutorial world for this. But, you know, again, every now and then you get nostalgic about this one, and that's what I figured we'd check out today. So, update, they added something new, so they added redstone for one update, you know, then they added breeding for one, because, you know, there's just so many things that have been added in this last year of Minecraft, from TU1 to TU11, the Ender Dragon fight they have to explain, the never, you know, the actual handling stuff in there. It's very, very interesting things. But yeah, this is also the first tutorial world, if I'm not mistaken. It was
Hello, I'm AGX Toycat, and one of the weirdest things I miss about the console editions of Minecraft is the old tutorial worlds that used to come bundled with the game. I mean, when you see this, it's hard not to be nostalgic if you ever played any console edition, but the thing about the tutorial worlds you might not know is they used to update it every single time they changed the game. This was a way for them to teach you about all the new features in that update, but also to entirely redesign
YouTube, welcome back. Able to normal, put a starting map as well as a bonus.
They're all empty. What am I supposed to like start in this world and not do anything? Good thing I have my fish at least. Oh, I just ate my fish. Version of Minecraft, and I don't think it was available for the Pocket Edition version as well. And this is one of 6 different tutorial worlds that were released alongside the Xbox version. And now what you're seeing is what the tutorial world originally looked like. It's seen multiple iterations, and in today's video you're going to be seeing all 6 different versions of the Minecraft tutorial world that you may know. And
Non, non plus.
It was probably in that chest back there actually, to feature the music disc hunt. So as you can see in here, there is a music disc, and it's going to say you found one of the 12, because that's something you can do now, which again, I really love that. This is the start of like a really kind of long tradition where when they introduce a piece of content, they also give you a challenge to go along with it. So, you know, if you want to just, experience it how it is, you can do that. If you want to go along and you want to be like, yeah, let's see what's going on here, then you can try and hunt for it all. So, oh, that's nice. Although there's still just stone somewhere around, so maybe that's not.
I don't need to. It still fulfilled the need to give new players an idea of how the game worked. So now, we'll move on to Title Update 11. You also got the giant Minecraft logo sitting in the sky, which houses a nether portal inside. The next world is for Title Update 5, and believe it or not, this one's actually smaller than the first one. The spawning area is the exact same, but something I should mention is that this dilapidated house thing is going to be a mainstay for all the worlds moving forward. Outside, we got this short minecart ride that takes you to a small town with mostly empty buildings. I feel originally, there wasn't a plan to have these worlds be anything other than a small area to teach. Moved on to title update 11, and I'd say that this version houses the most iconic tutorial world out of all of them. If you didn't have Xbox Live by the time this tutorial world came out, you would be stuck in this version of Minecraft, which is where this tutorial world resides, obviously. This one brought in a lot of new features, but returning for the third time now, the spawn is the exact same, so we'll move on to the other stuff. But before we get to the castle in front of us, there is a small tower behind us that doesn't house that much. For a while, it seemed like this started to become a tradition with these worlds. At the top of the tower, there is an iron pickaxe and a music disc. Now, let's get back to spawn and head to the center point of this world, the castle. Inside the castle, there are many unique rooms. In the entrance, there is a small library area, which teaches you how to use the new enchanting feature. Across from it, we got a room that teaches you how to use potions. Downstairs, there is a moat of lava that you can cross by pulling up a bridge. Across from it is a chest that has nothing in it for me, but probably had something in it at some point. The top floor of the castle has a bedroom area, as well as guest beds. That's what I assume these are, at least. Also, a room that houses another portal. On the outside of the castle is a little farm that teaches you how to grow crops and breed animals. On the other side of the castle is also a small sand temple that predated the naturally spawning ones. At the bottom of this structure, there is a dispenser that dispenses paper? Yeah, originally I think this was supposed to dispense an enchanted sword in here, but while converting these worlds to Java, the entities could have been corrupted. Also in this chest is a music disc. Although this world is small, this is one of my favorite worlds 4J has made so far. I could just be nostalgia blind, but regardless, I feel this world encapsulates the essence of Minecraft like the other ones didn't. But now we are going to see how they up themselves in the next one. Right after Title Update 11, we got the Title Update 12 world, and this one actually has a different spawn. It's pretty empty, and I usually prefer the castles. I personally think this is one of the weaker tutorial worlds, but it still gets the job done. I know there's also a pirate ship with a creeper flag in this world, but I searched up and down the terrain generation for this map and I could not find it for the life of me. I know there wasn't much to see on this map, but that's really gonna change in the next one.
It was probably in that chest back there, actually.
On a ce que je fais. Donc on va les ouvrir. Tout ce qu'il faut, c'est ça. So voilà. What the fuck? Voilà. Voilà. On va juste lancer N. On va jouer. Après on va se lancer aussi. Donc personne ne mort. So. No. Puis on va game. Attends. On peut dedans. Save. Merde. Non, on va... Exactement trouver le... Ça. Non. FX. Donc,
You feature the music.
Non. Désolé. Merde. Hmm. Merde, merde. Je- J'ai de l'argent quoi. Fais chier. Je pensais que dans les teams donc on va juste aller dedans. What the fuck, man? Ça, on va juste ça. Maintenant, on va aller. Comment ça, sincèrement? Notre théorie. Et niveau aérien. Ce que je fais. Niveau aérien, fnaf, 24. Vous voyez un truc. C'est des dossiers, oui. Ok. Donc, putain, j'en ai c'est bon. Voilà. Pas pour 30 ans. Sur 1.14.4 quoi. personne. Est-ce que ça marche? Ok, non. Ça, j'envoie d'Alex. Attends. Game, ça se fout. Nouvelle installation. Non! Ça,
Comes. So, as you can see, in here, there is a music disc, and it's going to say you found one of the 12, because that's something you can do now, which, again, I really love that. This is the start of, like, a really kind of long tradition, where when they introduce a piece of content, they also give you a challenge to go along with it. So, you know, if you want to just, you know, experience it how it is, you can do that. If you want to go along and you want to be like, yeah, let's see what's going on here, then you can try and hunt for it all. So, oh, that's nice. Although there's still just stone somewhere around, so maybe that's not so nice. But yeah, we're going to be very briefly hunting for the discs. This was a, you know, long time before they realized it was a challenge. I guess it wasn't even a challenge back then. It was just like, oh, find the 12 discs and stuff. And again, it was an interesting little experience, because most of them are in pretty easy places. So here's where we can go if we can learn about enchantments. Here's where we go to learn about brewing. Again, very new concepts at this time. I think they were just added with TU9, so, you know, like a month ago before. There are really big things, like even enchantments, like I've got a flame one bow here. Even enchantments are kind of a big deal. Is there something behind there? Ah, there is something behind there. But even enchantments being added was kind of a big deal, because it is one of those sorts of things. Ah, wait, I bet that lever then moves... Oh, it does move something back here, to a nether portal. Ah, there's a secret nether portal, isn't that wonderful? But yeah, there's all these changes that have been made, and that were really, really fresh. Things that are fundamentally part of Minecraft were added over this first year, which is why, you know, from TE1 to here, you can already see a massive difference, and you can see the Minecraft we know today starting to form, you know. We've got the Nether. I don't think there's any real point to the Nether. Like, we might have Nether fortresses, but even... I guess we must have Nether fortresses if we've got the end. But yeah, as you can see, even the Nether, like, looks like it's got a different design, because they've you know, they've entirely reformed that since then. They've added new blocks. Like, this is really boring. It's just Nether and, you know, glowstone, and that's about it as far as the eye can see. I don't think we're even guaranteed to have a you know, nether fortress at this point. It's just like, yep, let's go explore, maybe find one of those. This is going to be problematic. Or maybe not. But yeah, let's get out there and let's show you around the rest of the world, because there's so many things again that have just changed that I want to go check out. They figured, let's go show you. So first of all, let's go to sleep, because it is night time. As you can see, we sleep like literally in the bed. I think more like you do on the PC. They've changed this animation so many times. Like, I have no idea why, but like, it changes pretty much from every update to every update. Like, you know, in TU40, you know, 4 we have right now, it's like, oh yeah, now you like slowly rest your head down on it. And again, I'm not even entirely sure why that is, but it is a thing that's changed. As well as that though, on the right of the sign here, because this is a castle we get to explore. Again, a TU11 exclusive castle. We've got some melons if we want to learn how to farm those. We've got some sheep if we want to learn how to farm those. A wolf would very much like to learn that. Well, we've got pretty much all the mobs that exist in the game right now, which is surprisingly few, right? I mean, the number of mobs they added, like, slowly, update by update, really is kind of mind-blowing when you think about it. Like, witches weren't added, for instance. You know, like, a lot of the things that are just, like, kind of commonplace today weren't in the game. Also, another thing that has changed since then, so let's go around the castle because that's more fun. Thing that's changed since this time is they actually had to, they added a whole bunch of biomes, and that basically meant that the biome system has changed entirely. So this, this version we're seeing right here only has 12 total biomes. It might be 16. It's a very low number of like total biomes, which means the biome sizes were much bigger. Like a biome would be more like the PC size, which again is something a lot of people say, oh, it's so bad that it's not that way. But again, it's just one of those like, I guess, preference changes that's interesting to look at because look, here we are with that. Oh, and another thing they've done, so in the same way that the first, T1 hinted with the villages in the first place, this is like a hint at the desert temple. It's like a, kind of crude version of a desert temple, almost hinting at it, as you can see. And and inside it, I think you get a music disc. I could be wrong. Again, it's been some time since I played the T11 tutorial. Oh, you get a sword. That's lovely. I'll take a sword. And we also get, oh, it is a disc. Mull. So we got 3 of the 12 already. Again, I think most of these are in pretty obvious locations. I mean, we'll find out as we go through this thing, I guess. But it's just making me like, so nostalgic for everything. But like, because I didn't really play this tutorial too much. Like, I wasn't too big into tutorials back then. But it is still like, oh yeah, I recognize this part of the world and that part of the world. And then every now and then, it's just going to be like the opposite, I imagine, because there's that they made these worlds and they put like stuff all over the place, such as this house over here.
Rassemble la zone d'apparition où est-ce que je me souviens quelque chose là. Mais le versement. Moi j'ai une nouvelle version, c'est de la merde. Qui va voir ça le jeu, on n'a pas 14 couilles, ouais. C'est de la merde.
Like, I recognize this, I think, from a screenshot, maybe, but that's about as far as I can recognize it. But yeah, it's just a standard little villager house they've put in here just to exist. Is there food in the furnace? Oh, there's not. That's sad. It's very sad. But yeah, so as you can see, this is the Minecraft place and stuff. Oh, also a thing that's changed since the last update is they've made the menu options just a little bit closer and better to what we have today. So, for instance, you can now turn off those hints. There's autosave, which is turned on by default. There's a lot of different things to make it a bit more like think. But Bedrock Vault is something, again, it's another feature they removed that's actually in here. And hopefully we get a chance to actually show that off. Because, again, for a very brief period on the Minecraft PC and for a little bit on the console, they decided a really good idea was to make it really foggy down at Bedrock layer. And in reality, all this did was annoy people. So as soon as they added an option to remove it, everyone did, and it's just one of those features which existed for no particularly amazing reason. But yeah, it existed in this update, and hopefully I get to go show you at some point, because it is really bizarre to me, the fact that, yeah, it just gets foggy for some reason down there. So I'm walking in a long direction, not really finding anything. Again, biomes are massive. Like, look at the size of this swamp. Again, biomes just would be this size because they could afford to be that way. If you only had to fit 12 biomes in a world and you don't even necessarily want all 12, then you can have each one be a big size. But when there's 60 biomes, then you have to obviously make sacrifices if you want to have good diversity. And talking about good diversity, we have a village here. That's right, villages actually exist in this update. And not only did villages exist, in the way you'd expect them, where you've got all your blocks and stuff, villages themselves existed. However, there's like 3 or 4 key changes you'll notice from this to what we have today. First of all, this isn't a desert village. This is just a regular village in a desert because, guess what, no desert villages yet, so it looks kind of weird and out of place to me, but also kind of interesting and good at the same in the same way. So I guess that's nice. But also we have NPC villages. That's right, these fellows exist. They finally added them to the game in TU9, and yeah, now you got like a villager to trade. Except you don't trade with them, do you? Because there was no trading introduced at this point. That didn't come until much later. So for the longest time, there were villagers which existed in the game. They couldn't breed or anything. They just existed and stared at you if you walked into their village, and maybe.
Senza altre conversazioni. Fuori la merde. Ok. Donc on va voir à quel point je peux faire dessus d'habitude. Je te joue à Minecraft. De ceci. Je me rappelle de cet endroit. Même faut certains trucs là. Avant ici il y avait un coffre. Je savais. Il n'y a rien.
What's going on, guys? It's Jennifer here, and today I'm just gonna show you
Tais-toi. Non, j'en ai rien à foutre. Non, tais-toi. Ta gueule. Ah, c'est de la merde ce live. Fin du live tout le monde. Bye.